Some buildings in the United Kingdom still have thatched roofs. And thatched roofs are fairly durable. They can last anywhere from 15 to 40 years and are often covered with netting to deter vermin and birds and to protect the thatch in windy areas. Some Shakespeare enthusiasts might consider Stratford-Upon-Avon as a must-see destination. We took a stroll down Henley Street to see the refurbished 16th century half-timbered house where it is believed that William Shakespeare was born in 1564 and where he spent his childhood. At the age of 18, Shakespeare married Anne Hathaway. Anne Hathaway's childhood cottage is located in nearby Shottery. The name cottage is a little bit of a misnomer, however, because technically the home is too big to be called a cottage.
I don't think it's that.
Our main focus for the day is Kenilworth Castle and Elizabethan Gardens. After crossing the moat and purchasing your entry ticket, you'll arrive at the Tiltyard Dam. For more than 400 years, this dam held back one of the largest man-made water defenses in Britain. Periodically, this dam was also used as a tiltyard where jousting tournaments took place as a part of their more extensive celebrations.
You're exactly on it. You can stand here and do it, here, and you can see as far as that way, and you can stand over here, see as far as that way. Because it has the slight slit where you can see pretty far. And if you move around, then you have a pretty wide panorama. Because if you think about it, that's really effective. You can't. I don't know if that's the reason or could be a combination.
In 1568, Robert Dudley, Earl of Leicester, began building projects to make Kenilworth a place fit to receive a queen, specifically Queen Elizabeth I.
Pretty.
This gatehouse was built as a new entrance to the castle by Robert Dudley in the early 1570s. Following the Civil War of the 1640s, it was converted into a private residence by Colonel Joseph Hawkesworth. Queen Elizabeth I visited Robert Dudley 4 times at Kenilworth. During her last and most famous visit in 1575, she stayed for a total of 19 days. This costume was made to represent the style of clothing Elizabeth might have worn during this last visit. Prior to remodeling, this dining room would have been the carriage passage for the gatehouse.
It's a hunter after it's a deer hunt.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
This is a wolf hunt, I guess. No, it's a hog hunt. Yeah, it is a spear. Boar hunt, I guess.
We just use the
You know a quarter or a tenth of what you know, so it's fascinating. You know. Good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Intricate woodwork above the marble fireplace was the headboard for Elizabeth's bed. The person who turned the gatehouse into a house brought this fireplace from the Queen's area. All of the panels that are in this room were in the Queen's area.
And that hasn't got grapes there. They're still looking in the same direction. They are. Correct. So, you know, but imagine, so people believe that to lie down when you go to sleep, that it's harmful. So you've got to go to sleep sitting up. So basically all you need is a bed that's the length of your legs. Spiral staircase would go that way and not that way. Having it this way is better for the defender.
Sometime in May. It took 3 weeks, and then got up to 3. It was a 6-month route, 6-month trip.
The progress.
This isn't that heavy to me.
Is it heavy?
Not really. There's probably a little bit of weight here, but this is about how I felt this delay.
Small.
What's painful? Oh no. There's a thing.
My online research had led me to believe that the Elizabethan gardens here at Kenilworth would be beautiful to see, and they absolutely were. But not only did I really enjoy the gardens, but I enjoyed the entire experience at Kenilworth. It was well worth the time to be able to come and spend the day here. It's an apiary.
If they're talking about what's good for a dairy, what's not.
What a great hall this was. Yeah.
Kind of see a little bit of the inspiration tolerance and other things here, or just rooms as well in general.
Kenilworth is a ruin due to the slighting or partial destruction of the castle by parliamentary forces in 1649 in order to prevent the castle from being used as a military stronghold after the English Civil War.
This one goes around the other way.
It's the Queen's Tower. From the 13th to the 17th century, the countryside in this area was covered by a man-made artificial lake called the Mere. We began our exploration with Leicester's Gatehouse Tower. We walked through the Elizabethan gardens. We've made our way through the Great Hall and the kitchens. Now it's time to explore the Elizabethan stateroom towers.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah. I knew that was him.
The rooms that we are about to enter were built as private apartments for Queen Elizabeth I. They were improved for her fourth and final visit in July of 1575. Dudley was a favorite of the Queen, and it was rumored that during this final visit he made his last attempts to secure her hand in marriage. After she left, it is said that he abandoned all hopes of marrying the Queen, and the building was little used. The tour guide in the gatehouse was talking about how now that we have stood in front of that fireplace, we are now a part of that fireplace's history, whether we really wanted to be or not. And it's just kind of an interesting way of looking at that. Time for lunch at the Kenilworth stables before heading out on further adventures. We decided to try the traditional Cornish pasty, and it was delicious. This model shows Kenilworth Castle as it might have appeared in 1575 to 1580.